Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. So, as you can see from the title, I'm going to answer every question that I've been gotten about my trip to Berlin and staying here and all that. So I've gathered here a paper with some of the most common questions and I'm going to answer them. So if you want to see that, just keep on watching. First question is like a general question that everyone asks, which is like, how's everything going? Is it going well? Is it going bad? And the answer is, it's going pretty well. So, in general, it wasn't a hard transition. It was a very smooth transition, I think. Um, and for now, everything is going well. We've had just one challenge, was in the beginning, but now it's kind of fixed. But yes, so far everything's good. The next question is, what do I miss more from Portugal? And do I miss Portugal? So the answer is no, I don't miss Portugal at all. I only miss my family and some of my friends, which is normal. You know, it's a lot of distance and you can't really see them. You can only speak with them through WhatsApp or wherever. Also, that really helps because when I was young and my parents were working in another country, it was really hard to communicate. You know, internet was slow and very expensive. So it was, distance in general was harder. Nowadays, I think it's not so hard because you can really connect, although you're, so far away from each other. But yeah, in the end, that's the only thing that I really miss the most is what, like, my parents and some of my friends. And one thing that I really miss is also food, because food here is different. People eat in different schedules as well. They mostly don't have like lunch, for example. They only have like breakfast, and they eat a lot of things in breakfast. And for example, in Portugal, we are only used to eat like what, bread and like a little bit of milk with something or whatever. And here people eat a lot for breakfast, which is not something that we are used to. And they also eat different kinds of food. But in general, you can get whatever your heart desires here in Berlin, because you have a lot of supermarkets, a lot of options. So you can easily cook like you cook back at home, let's say that way. But there are things, they are specific to Portugal that you can't eat here, and I do miss them. But in general, I don't miss much from there. Things are not as different as people think. I I don't know. I really like Berlin, and I'm already kind of used to living here. Although it has been 5 months now, I think. But yeah, I kind of feel at home. Like for me, home is not just a building, For me, home is where the people I love are, and in part, my boyfriend, he's here, and as long we are together, I kind of feel like home. So yeah, that was romantic, wasn't it? Anyways, so the next question is, how did I came to Berlin? So to explain it really briefly is, I wanted for a very long time, since I was like, 16 years old already, I think. I wanted to go out, out. I never really enjoyed living in Portugal. I feel like some things are very outdated there. People are not as open-minded as they could be. In the area that I really want to work in, which is the makeup industry, there's not much going on. And also, there's not much schools that I could apply into. And yeah, not really many opportunities in the areas that I'm looking for to work in. So I really wanted to go out to like a super big city with a lot of people, a lot of minds, a lot of things going on. I like Berlin because every time that I go out, is there always something going on? There's always something to see. Some like always events going on. It's really cool. As long as you have like money, you have so much to do here. Which like in Portugal is not the same. It doesn't happen stuff. And also, I lived in the third biggest city in Portugal, which is Braga. And although it's the third biggest city in there, it's just really small at the same time. So, yeah, Berlin is just super cool. But to answer the question is, I wanted to go out. And I wanted to come to Germany because I feel like it's very nice, very cool. But I didn't know anybody here. I never came here, not on vacations, not anyone. So I spoke to my parents and I was like, listen, I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Berlin. I want to go out of this country and make a life for me. And they were like, oh, okay, we got you. But like, you don't know anybody. So maybe we should try another country that is closer. And then you could, when you're more comfortable, you can go to Germany. And I was like, okay, that sounds boring, but okay, I trust you. I trust your opinions. So what I wanted initially to do was go to Switzerland. I sent a bunch of curriculums. I have some family and friends there. So I sent a bunch of curriculums. And every time the answer was like, no, we don't want you. You don't speak German, so it's no good. And I got really sad. I got really frustrated. And there was like one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to just start looking into things about Berlin. And I went onto Facebook and searched like groups about Berlin and English related jobs in Berlin and all that. And I found a bunch of groups, and then I saw the posts that people were making, and they were like, I'm looking for a job like this, da, 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 da. Do you know anything? And some people really responded, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and we're gonna see. So I did several posts on Facebook groups telling like, hello, my name is whatever, me and my boyfriend are looking for a job, we have experience in this and that, and yeah, if anybody knows anything, contact me. And surprisingly, like, I think on the same day or the next day, I don't know, like a gentleman contacted me, and it was like, well, I'm very interested in your boyfriend's curriculum. We are looking for people to open a new restaurant in Berlin, da 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 da. And I was like, amazing. Can you tell like the job, like the contract, the requirements? Because I was like, this is too good to be true. But then the gentleman showed like the contract, how much he was going to make, and anything, and I was like, so awesome. And then he had my boyfriend had like an interview through WhatsApp where they just talked. It was very casual, very cool. We were very lucky to find that gentleman. If you ever see this video, you know who you are. Thank you very much for everything. So yeah, my boyfriend got like a job there, and I was like, I'm gonna find a job for myself too, because things here are more expensive than in Portugal. Some things. And for example, houses here in Berlin are very expensive. So of course I had to find a job before coming. So I went on Google and I searched the address where my boyfriend works, and I looked for every possibility that was around there. And I searched for emails that I could send curriculums to. I had like more than 20, I think. I sent a lot. More than 20 emails. And then I wrote an email. I put my curriculum. I put all the emails to send. And I sent those emails. And 2 days after, I think, I received an answer. Most of them actually responded like the next day or something, saying like, "Oh, right, we're not interested right now, but we're gonna save your curriculum if you find like an opportunity later." Nah, nah, nah. I was like, okay. At least they answer here, which is a good thing. In Portugal, sometimes you send curriculums and they don't answer shit, but yeah, here people usually answer to your things. So yeah, the next 2 days, I received a positive answer. I got a job. They sent me like the details, and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. And then they were like, oh, you're gonna receive a call from any of these people that are from, like, the managers. And some days after, I received a call, and they were like, okay, we're looking for this and that, and I was like, oh my god, yes, please. I was just so happy to get a job. And also they paid more than like the average salary here, and I was like, cool, awesome, I have a job. Like, I signed the contract, and then some days after we purchased the tickets, and I looked really hard for houses, and that's where the main catastrophe of our coming to Berlin happened. So basically, if you guys are not aware, here in Berlin, since it's such a big city and there's a strong search for houses, there are a lot of scams going on, which I wasn't aware. I mean, I was, but I was not as smart as I thought that I was, because I was like, oh, no way I'm gonna fall for a scam, but then I did. So I'm gonna explain. So there was this groups on Facebook. There are a lot of groups here in Berlin that people like exchange apartments, or they rent the apartments, whatever. And on these groups, all of them, I mean, most of them are scammers. So they have like fake profiles with pictures, information, and whatever. And there was this one lady that was like super nice. She sent us pictures. She was really responsive. She answers to all our questions. She was really, she seemed really nice. She sent a contract to a house. She sent a lot of information. Like, it seemed so legit. Like, you guys have no idea. And we talked to her till the last minute. We were here in Berlin. Like, we spoke to her, and like, she didn't even, like, she received the money. We lost 700 euros in this. It was like a deposit that you have to pay for your house. It's the same in Portugal. Like, to save the apartment for when we got here. Obviously, we lost that money. But the interesting part about it was that like she didn't block us or anything. She still kept on talking till the last moment. Like, I was the one to block her, and we went to the police, and I presented everything that I had to show the conversations and whatever. Obviously, the police case didn't went anywhere because there's just so many, and they just open accounts, close accounts, open accounts, and close accounts, like bank accounts. So, I mean, police couldn't do anything, but yeah, we lost the money and we didn't have a house. But we were very lucky because the people that hired me, they have sent like a message before saying like, listen, if you need housing in the first 1-2 months, you can stay with us. You just have to pay this amount, and you can stay here till you find something. Because usually people know that it's very hard to find houses here. So in a desperation moment, because we were here in Berlin already with all our luggage, like we were kind of lost, obviously, because we're not in a city where we don't know anybody. We just knew like my boyfriend's employees, and yeah, I was like, listen, we have to find something. So I sent a message back to him while I was already here, listen, with luggage, with everything. I sent a message and be like, listen, we were scammed. Is there still a possibility to stay in the hotel like you guys said? And they were so nice about it. I'm so grateful for them. They let us stay there. Oh, so much noise. Anyways, they let us stay there for 1.5 months, I think, and then I found a place, which is where you're seeing now. But yeah, we were very lucky, and I searched so much every day and any day. Like, I sent so much applications for houses. I sent more than 150 applications, I think. I was very stressed because I wanted to get out of that hotel room so bad. And yeah, we found a house and then we could move. That was like the main struggle, and that's how we got here to Berlin. And advice to you, never trust people on Facebook. Don't. Most of them are not real. So yeah. So the last question is, no, I have two questions. So the one of them is, how did I find a house? So I found a house through ImmoScout, which is a site that you can find houses here in Berlin. Most of them are real advertisements. To get somewhere, you gotta pay like a quantity per month, or else you're just gonna see like the advertisements way too late before anyone else, and then you can't really send anything because already so many people sent applications. So yeah, I was lucky to find this little apartment that we have now, and I'm currently looking for another house because this is just too small for us. But yeah, we are comfortable now. We at least have a kitchen. We can, cook, because in the first times we spent so much money because we didn't have anywhere to cook. And even though we chose options like fast food, which is like the cheapest options, and a lot of kind of noodle kind of things, we spent a lot of money in the beginning. So you better have some savings before coming out to a country, like a whole new country, because if you have like this type of situations, you need money to survive. So yeah, we had savings, and that was what saved us. So yeah, that's my answer. I found it on ImmoScout. They sent a lot of applications, and some of them answered and were like, "Do you want to visit the apartment?" I was like, yeah, I want to visit. I'll be there. And I was there. I saw the apartment, and then sent my application after, and we got accepted. And yeah, we are here now. And the last questions is, what's the most differences between Portugal and Germany, Berlin? So Berlin, I think it does not represent Germany as a whole, because Berlin just became so international. There's so many people, there's so many nationalities around. So I don't think Berlin represents Germany at all. But like the main differences is like there's too much people here. There's a lot of people here. It's way bigger. There's always something going on. Some things are very expensive compared to Portugal, for example, olive oil for some reason, and what else? Like some things that in Portugal we buy so much because it's so cheap. Here is very expensive. Like the tomato that you use on your food, for example, it's so expensive here. But some things are the same prices in Portugal, so I don't know. But yes, basically I think that is everything. That's such already a long video. Oh my god. If you have more questions for me, just ask below. The next video will be a house tour, I think. So yeah, hopefully you guys want to see that. See you on the next video, and thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you on the next. Bye bye.